looking for me. I'll be down by the sea, down in the West Indies, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There you have it, folks. The man himself, Gramps Morgan. Persons were wondering, no, sir, this is a recording sound live. Yes, he's here with us in studio. Good evening to you, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I saw you have address, Mr. Morgan.
Gramps is fine.
All right. See, they have to make sure so you know, say that you're in the circle, you know, right? So we're in the studio tonight with Gramps Morgan. This boss has been in music for how long?
Over 25 years.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, for several years he's been doing his thing in the music business, and he's here with us to talk to us about his music, his journey, and as well his special project. One of the most recent ones that we've seen, the album Positive Vibration.
Yes.
So, I mean, Gramps, you've been doing the music for quite some time, but I want to know, how does it feel? Because recently we had our Independence Day activities, and you received a National Icon Award as part of the Morgan Heritage Group.
Yes.
What was that like for you? I mean,
Well,
with your years in music?
It was a joy just to be recognized, you know?
Yeah.
Many times we in music, we do works, but when it comes to being recognized and acknowledged, you're always grateful,
Yeah.
you know, from, you know, the BET Awards, the Billboard, to the IRAMA Awards, to the Grammys. You know, it's always good when your peers look at you and say, yo, I appreciate you. So for the government to look and say, boy, Morgan Heritage give thanks to the work when I've done to the music for so long.
Yeah.
And it makes you reflect too as an artist. And I say, well, for a long time I do this. I mean, we started to reflect. So we're at a point in our life now where we're doing a lot of reflecting and looking at, you know, how far we've come, and we're still here that people are willing to pay $25 or $40 to go and see, to come and see us sing live in concert. So it's a blessed position to be in. So I'm grateful, you know.
Yeah, talking about singing live in concert, you were recently a part of the Chris Brown and Friends.
Yeah.
I would like to be one of Chris Brown Friends too, you know. But I mean, you basically were, I would say, the reggae star of the show, because you had a whole segment for yourself. I mean, what was that like for you?
Well, I had to represent for the generation that, I mean, one of the things I would like to see in Jamaica is that these kids that are into Chris Brown continue to, especially Jamaican children. For many, many years, we've always had a palette for great music. It's like me and my friend driving here a little while ago, and we're listening to she turned me on to an artist from Italy. I was like, just beautiful voice. And then many years ago, another friend turned me on, let me bring it to my knowledge that Jamaicans listening to Andrea Bocelli, which is an Italian opera singer. And we love Celine Dion, we love Diana Ross, we love Chris Brown. But I wanted to remind these kids that, hey, Jamaican artistry still has some good artists, and they always support. So for me, people were like, oh, what Gramps I do on a show ya? You know? And it made me laugh, and I like the controversy. I'm like, yes. You know?
Like you're doing
but it worked out in the sense where the parent that wanted to bring them daughter, their 14 or 15-year-old kids, said, I want to see Chris Brown, Daddy, please. You're not going to the concert. And then all of a sudden, Gramps is my, you can go see Gramps. So it was a 2-for-1 thing. And at the same time, I was able to be exposed to this 14 or 15-year-old that never heard of Gramps Morgan before in their life.
Gramps a joke, I do, you know, because Gramps thinks youngsters don't listen to music. But Gramps, I get you though, Gramps. I get what you're saying though.
That's another thing. Like, and I want to big up the students of UA. I don't know if they're listening now. But big up all the students of UA, because I am learning that their palette of music is not just what they hear locally in the clubs here or in the dance or on radio, but they are listening to artists that, you know, Adele, right? And listening to, so the appetite for international music has always been there. And I want to show that, hey, that's still alive in Jamaica, because from the 50s and 60s, you know, people have always listening to foreign acts. We enjoy local music. You know, back in the days, it was rocksteady and calypso and you know, Byron Lee represented, he was a Jamaican, but he did, you know, calypso music, you know. But it's still here where Jamaicans are still interested in foreign acts, and, you know, that was what inspired Bob Marley.
Yeah.
That inspired Peter Tosh. They listened to foreign acts,
Yeah,
and then
man.
we learn how to sing from being inspired from those acts. So it's still alive. So I was excited to be on that show.
Okay. You see, do you know? I tell you ain't big up on yourself. Yeah, from
Yeah,
Gramps
man.
himself and the
Them
Funtastic Team.
intellectual taste of music.
So as you're talking about the intellectual taste of music now, here you are. I mean, this was what, 2021?
Yes.
You say, listen me, I want to put out positive vibration. Not just the music, but even title the album like that.
Yes.
What was the inspiration and the message you wanted to put out there?
For me, it is a pandemic album, right? Everybody was stuck at home, trying to find toilet paper and egg and flour and cooking oil and
Memories.
right?
Flashbacks.
So it was a rough time. So for me, who was stuck in Nashville, Tennessee, I was like, okay, if me I go through it, somebody at England I go through it, somebody in Toronto I go through it that wants to come home and couldn't travel, right? Because the travel mandate was different and than it is today. It was hard, right? And I was like, you know what? Let me make a song to comfort the people. And that song was People Like You, because it came off of a story in Halifax, Canada, where some little children, there was a shootout. And my friend and the producer of the album, Johnny Reed, said, he's from Scotland and an incredible producer. And he said, mate, you got to put your voice on this song, mate. And I recorded the song, and at the time, Bobby Digital passed away. And I was attending my uncle's funeral, Uncle David Morgan, rest in peace. And I went in the booth, sang the song, and it was just so much emotions. And I sent it to Irish and Chin, and he said, Gramps, you know what this you create?
Exactly.
And I was like, what happened? You don't like it? And he said, Bridge, that threw me, I got big. And I'm like, you think so? But again, Jamaicans are connoisseurs of music. So if it good, we are going to want it. And I took a gamble with this album and People Like You, and people are just embracing it. And I haven't even begun. That's why I'm here. Because the album ended up getting nominated for a Grammy.
That's what I thought.
As a solo artist, I was nominated for a Grammy. So I'm like, wait a minute, I need to bring this album home and let people know. But it took off so far in like places like Little Rock, Arkansas, and Alabama, and Nashville, Tennessee, and Jackson, Wyoming, and Kansas City. And I'm like, but wait, the same Jamaican them will love the music that people in the United States love. That means that it can work. So when you listen to If You're Looking For Me, I wrote the soundtrack for tourism. If you listen to the album, you listen to me and India Ari on a song called Paradise. We were just talking about it again, saying, be my sweet salt water kisses mixed with coconut and lime.
All right, you see them something right now, Gramps. There's something there exact show us that, as you said, the other artists that look out to expand their horizon. Because I'm not Jamaican expression that.
No, it's not the expression, but it's songwriting.
No, that's what I'm saying. But when you're able to expand your vocabulary like that and then put it into music where we know
the kids
never
of
yet
will
experienced that.
The kids, you know
what I'm saying?
The kids of Huey will.
I like it.
DJ Khaled says God did. I said Huey did.
I tell you. So with that project now, and you said you got the Grammy nomination. That would have been as your solo artist.
So I had a nomination with Morgan Heritage, my band, and then had a win as well. I don't talk about the Grammy thing at all. I just do work and
you want to really put out the work. But if them say something, you say all right, you're grateful.
But a lot of people say, how much Grammy? I got over 13 Grammy nominations, like that. I've worked with people from India, Buju Banton, Sly and Robbie, Itana's album that got nominated. That was my album. I was a producer of that album. Co-producer. Let me be clear. And what other thing? There's so much other projects.
You've been doing your work,
Boog, and the work has been going out there. But I remember the morning I was watching the Grammy nominations being announced as a fan. Totally forgot that my record label
album in that listing,
that I have album. So when them say, and the nominees are Itana, Promo, I was like, big
up Itana,
And then they said, I think I was the second, and they said, Positive Vibration, Gramps Morgan.
That's that would have
I'm like, I grabbed my son head and nearly broke him neck. I'm a daddy. I was so excited because I'm like, are you serious? And I was so happy. You know why? Somebody listened.
Exactly.
Because big ups to Johnny Reed. I was able to be discovered by this man, to be rediscovered, because we have worked a long time, but to be rediscovered by Johnny Reed and be able to sing on a $25,000 microphone every day. It's not like a man give me a rhythm and say, yo, me have a bad rhythm, you know, me have be someone you pan rhythm. I'm not doing music like that no more, and I hope the producers respect it and understand I want to do music on a certain level to represent the yellow, the green, and the black, and to show that our artistry can grow to the next level, and we can still produce great music with great equipment, with great producers. That's what I want. So I'm at a mentor state of my life, you know.
We're not the studio still, but
no, you want listen. Why you talk?
Yeah.
Almost start.
No, listen. I heard
him as I interviewed.
I heard a couple listeners at home a while ago. No,
I love it.
I love the power and the message behind that speech there. MV, you have people like we over there, so I don't want people like you. Just give me a little piece of people like you, cause you see that voice there. You ever hear back your voice and I say, wait, I saw me sound good.
No, I never. That is VN, man.
But no, man.
No,
you can start to them, man. Listen, you can start.
No, I mean, just to say, yo, if I mean, like you said, I mean that, it sounds good,
no,
man.
No, man, it's a quality voice.
Yeah, it sounds
so
good.
when you have a quality voice, when you
Gramps not believe it. We're going to make Gramps ear Gramps. Listen to that name, Gramps. Listen.
If you shine a little light, give sight to the ones who've lost their way. There's a place for people like you. I've heard up there the streets are made of gold.
Listen, I cannot give you guys a concert in here today. Because me I tell you, we have got to start telling them for Calicut at the gate.
But no matter what kind of day you're having, just pull up that song.
No, it's such an inspiration.
It just calm you, it just relax you, it empower you. It does so much things in one. No matter what kind of day you're having.
And
this is a song to listen.
And what I described, I was doing an interview with People magazine, right? And they were asking, when they did their research, I was like, man, where you been? Like, it was like a new artist. I'm like, no, I've been doing it a while. And they're like, the way that you have seamlessly blend country music and reggae music together. And what I tell them is that we Jamaican artists, we're storytellers. And it's the same thing in country music, storytellers. On a Sunday in the 60s and 70s, there were 3 genres that played. It was reggae, country, and gospel. When the rice and peas are bubbling and the garlic and the thyme and everything mixed up, country music was a part of that soundtrack. So I'm just sharing my background and how me did grow up. I listened to 54, 46, 99 number, and then I heard you got to know when to fold, love and to fall.
All of that mix up and you just create your own version of it.
That's Jamaica. So when I tell people this story, they're like, wow. And when you listen to other songs on the album, like Water in My Whiskey. I don't know if you guys been have the album here, but Water in My Whiskey, and you talk about Islander. And like I said, to the tourist board again, I built you guys the soundtrack for tourism by mistake because I had nothing to do in the pandemic. So I went to Johnny Reed's studio once a week, twice a week, and before you know, we had 18 songs. But when you listen to this album, you listen to Paradise featuring me and Hindi-Ari, Float Your Boat with me and Shaggy, Rumnesia with me and the Rum Bass, Libra and the Rum Bass. We are talking about Don't Catch Rumnesia. But it's a song that's catering to have a drink, but drink responsibly.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
Yeah, so I mean,
I like the positive. I like the responsibility. And you also mentioned your son earlier, because I think at one point you even called him on stage to sing with you.
Yeah. I brought on Jamiri. Jamiri's doing some great things. Did a lot of songs. He's working in the studio right now with Damian Marley on his new album. And he did some songwriting, I think 2 or 3 songs on Kabaka Pyramid's album, won a Grammy. So he's now a 2-time Grammy Award winner. And he's on tour with Kabaka, so doing some good things and just making himself. And I keep pushing him, say, yo, you need to come spend some time at Jamaica. But he's been so busy. I mean, between being the opening act for Morgan Heritage, I know he's in the studio with Damian Marley, I know touring with Kabaka Pyramid. It's like he's building his own little thing. And then I have another son, which is incredible. He's going to be a monster. Priel, Priel. Remember?
All right, don't write that down, people.
I'm telling you.
But we hear it here first.
He plays the guitar, acoustic guitar, and sings like, what's the name of that artist, Elaine, we were just listening in the car? on the acoustic guitar at Albert Hall. James Arthur.
Oh, James Arthur,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Yeah, I have a son who sing like that.
Nice. I mean, well, outside of the
out.
music, since you mentioned family, I have heard that you have found a way to, fusion marijuana
Yes.
into some health benefits for yourself and your family.
Well, for all the young kids and families that are looking for answers, my wife, Dr. Annabelle, is a cell and developmental biologist from Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee. A few years ago, 7 years ago, we had a son together. He was having uncontrollable seizures, and there's a lot of people that our kids are having seizures in Jamaica. And if you guys need some help, we are doing some amazing things. The name of the company is called Messiah, Masaya, not like the Messiah Jesus.
No,
but
sir.
Messiah. Well, like Jesus.
No, man, I say, no, you wouldn't put the name in the business
no,
like
sir,
that.
Watch it,
No, but you can't say sell the Messiah. A different thing that.
I
You
love
get what I'm
Christ,
saying?
and brother.
Yeah.
I make sure it fits up.
No, that's why. Yeah,
I
no,
love
man.
the Christ, and
No,
the
man.
lightning
No,
strike
understand
on
it,
the
man.
building.
But you can't have the Christ as a business name. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I got me. I say,
So,
yeah.
okay, I got you clear now. So
Mhm.
Messiah, which means in the Filipino language, which is Tagalog, means happy. Because
Okay.
I was at a time when my son Macario was born, I was just so happy, and I said, let's call the company Happiness. What does
See
it mean
that?
in that language?
Right.
And he was having over 200 seizures a day.
What?
They end up have to remove 38% of his brain.
What?
And if my wife just jump into mommy mode like a mother, let
Yeah.
me tell you something. There's nothing like a mother.
Hey, woman, no,
A
man.
woman will change when she, well, I can't say all woman,
No,
but some
but
good woman will
we know the
change
woman, yeah.
and just turn into something amazing that they will seek bread for their children in the middle of the night. And she jumped into action and went into illegally and went into Vanderbilt University and started to say, let me find the data. Where's the truth in ganja is the healing of the nation? So she went and researched and said, she come back to me and say, Gramps, I think I made something. I said, what do you mean you think you make something? And eventually we realized we did make something and got offered millions of dollars for the formulation.
Yeah.
And she started giving it to our son. He couldn't walk, he couldn't talk. The doctor said, well, the quality of life that he would probably have, maybe he could crawl.
Yeah.
And I was like, and he would be confined to a wheelchair, but he was alive. For me, I was like, I'll accept that. That's
Yeah.
good for me. No, the man that plays soccer, he's
Yeah.
kicking ball, playing like that's. We're about to
Active.
do a movie on him. Actually,
Yeah.
there's a book called Mighty Flower.
Yeah.
Please, there's the audio book and there's a digital version because I know things like that is hard to get in Jamaica.
Yeah.
But it's an Amazon bestseller, and it's doing incredible. And eventually, I'm going to bring her here to Jamaica and do a book tour across the island because mothers and fathers need answers.
Yeah,
There's
man.
a lot of
Yes.
children that are having seizures
Yeah,
and
man,
don't
if we
know
can
where to
make a
turn.
better place for the kids, then why not?
Yeah, well, not even a better place, but to heal them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Heal.
mean?
Yeah.
When you're there and see a child having a seizure, and you
and
can't do
anything,
nothing.
yeah.
And as a mother, she has said, who's she gonna turn to?
Yeah.
And my son was on 7 different medications, and from him start take this formulation that my wife make
When they know.
0,
Zero medication.
and it's been 7 years. So we've taken this formulation to places like Jerusalem. We've taken it to Germany. We've taken it to South Korea, the Philippines. She consults for over 11 different countries. And so I was doing an event this morning at the tourist board, and I'm like, I need to come home.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing all kind of things in Africa
Yeah,
and
like
other
what- yeah,
countries, and I'm
spread,
like,
yeah.
oh, I'm to Jamaica.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to just slow down, and so what I'm doing is kind of just slowing down and saying, yo, I need to come up at you
Touch
and
base
talk
with the
to the
yard,
youths,
man.
them, and
Yeah.
talk to the youth them in the inner city, and because them need mentorship.
Yeah.
Talent
Yes.
talent is not the problem in Jamaica. It's mentorship.
Mentorship, so the
Yeah.
talent can be directed
Yeah.
with the positive
I was
message.
with when name concept Sking Down.
Yeah.
I was with him in New York, and all I saw was this innocent. I saw this innocent person,
Yeah.
just wanting to be heard.
Yeah.
But you guys probably said, "Blah, blah, you get that, blah,
Ah.
blah." Right? Everybody said that. But what I saw was something
Yeah,
different,
man.
and is young artists like that just need somebody to talk to and need a little guidance.
Yeah.
Because they're talented, but if they could just sugar the pill a little bit,
Yeah.
and just clean up some of the things that you don't have to chop off a man's head.
No.
We don't need to talk about.
No.
Let's talk about girls. Like, look at the beautiful lady in the studio, right?
Yeah.
Look at our beautiful country.
Yeah.
Our we party for. Let's talk.
And,
Let's talk about Ding Dong
and
LA.
our people that have so much potential that we need to
There's
fulfill.
so much things to say,
Yeah.
man. So those are the things that we need. The artists them need fear here as to inciting violence and disrespecting the female and talking about other genders and we know that there's like
we know this shit. We know this shit.
So it's about 10 genders now.
So we have Gramps out here being the motivational speaker, the
listen.
guidance, the counselor. But I mean, he's also a community supporter. I mean, you have developed so much for your parish of St. Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy to see big up Papi because he's doing some amazing things because I think he kind of took the mantle from the Morgan Heritage family, like to say, all right, this needs to continue. Even though he don't spend a lot of time there, he's always traveling and has homes probably all over the country.
Yeah, but you check in, make sure to look at work I do. Yeah.
And me and him communicate. Popcorn went to school with my little brother, so Popcorn is like my little brother.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of these relationships, you don't see we talk about it on Instagram.
No, we just do what we have
to
do.
The guy in the yard, he would put on a pattern, whole a vibe, and he's doing some incredible things. I know I'm going into real estate. Shout out to Kevin Firth that has an incredible vision to even come to St. Thomas and see it as a development. And if you don't know, if you haven't been to St. Thomas, we have some of the most beautiful coastline in the country. I mean, we can't compete with Negril, but there's a certain part of St. Thomas are pretty like that.
Not a competition, but you have a different element. Negril is mostly the sun. You see, when you pass in St. Thomas side, you see the rocks and the waves hitting against the rocks. A different
and the water
scene.
pretty and blue.
And you all have water coming from all the left side of the road where you see like a fountain coming through the rocks. No man, you can't take away something from St. Thomas, There's a different element to it though.
So at this point of my life, I mean, it's mentorship and going into real estate and want to show some of these young artists that are making money now because they're being paid some astronomical amounts of money, which I'm happy. I want to tell them,
good use.
Take it and bring it and put it in Jamaica banks.
Invest
Jamaica
in the country.
Economic system. Invest in a land. Buy land. Don't buy 10 range. Buy one. Calm down. Get a one watch. Get a chain. And feel good. Some nice clothes. Take care of mommy. Buy a house.
And then
buy land. And invest. So big up to Suncoast Beach Club, which I just bought a property in there and just being, a spokesperson. Not really. I just love it so much. But I just want people to know, say, St. Thomas is open for business.
All right. And talking about a business now, you need a team. So tell us about your team before we go. I mean, any big ups, any, let's just know how your team working.
My team is my family, My team is my family. And my family is my team. That's how we work. It's true. I mean, I just leave the Jamaica Tourist Board seminar and my friend for over 20 odd years. And I'm like, we need a ride now. And she was like, boom, let's go. And here she is hanging out. So, and you probably think I'm a publicist or I'm a wife, but this is just good friends and good family. Big up to my publicist officially, Contractor Music, which always has a vision and his professionalism and his work ethic is bar none. So big up to Contractor Music and
big up Contractor.
My entire family, Morgan Heritage for Life, and just everybody that continue to support the Gramps Morgan brand. But I'm excited for the future. I'm gonna go have some sandwiches and some tea with my with my friend.
I mean, and what else can we look forward to before you go? I mean, because you're in Jamaica for a while now. Where else we can see you?
Probably on the radio station, but I'm planning something big. I spoke about it this morning, planning to do a Gramps Morgan and Friends concert and bring in some very nice friends and do something, because Chris Brown thing was for the kids. But guess what? The adults, them want something for themselves.
We want something. Gramps fans, them want something.
We need to build something nice and sexy. I call it the cheese and wine experience.
All right. Listen, as soon as you get the info, let us know, because we definitely want to be a part of that and spread the word about that.
Usually, Gramps, it's when artists come in I like to advertise that I'm a professional flag waver.
Nice.
Flag not included.
You have to get flag.
But after all the things he spoke about with community building and empowerment, I said, I'm a Kevin, for wear flag. At this point, you might
Let's take a
no,
post
like,
and run
I
with it.
feel like you need to get into motivational speaking because
Yeah.
you have this. I can't put words to it, but I'm telling you, you have this empowerment thing. Just even the energy.
It's the vision,
The
man. He sees the
humility
vision and his
the
voice
positivity.
just...
Even if you don't
Yeah.
say much,
Yeah.
you feel the positivity. So I don't know if that's something you're going. I mean, I know you said the youths some need for hear you.
Mentorship.
Listen, if
yeah.
that's what you're going into next to,
Yeah,
man.
they need to dream big. We need to invest in Jamaican youth because some things I see going on in the high school. them,
Exactly.
you know, a lot of them don't know, and
The guidance not really there like we expect.
and some of them are coming from some homes that are not really stable.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have good kids coming from great homes.
Yeah.
But when they get on that bus and get influenced by another
Others,
kid that may come
yeah.
from a different type of home,
Yeah.
you can change that kid. But I want to be there to be the voice of reasoning to say, hey man, don't they think it's cool to be the class
Yeah.
clown, and I was there.
Yeah, and
I was there making animal sounds in the middle of a test, and it was like, Roy, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I'm like, sorry. You know, and I need to let them know, say, hey, stay focused. Start to find a mentor. Look for a mentor. Mentorship is a serious thing. And I see kids in some of these private schools in Nashville, Tennessee, and all of them either have a mentor in the church or a mentor as a businessman. And that's not prominent enough in Jamaica.
No,
Yeah,
so
that's
not at
true.
all.
And we need to push that
Mentor
some
them
more.
up on the corner about on right now. So we
Oh,
need to find
gosh.
some better mentors for these
I love
kids.
it.
And I mean, any final words before you go? I mean, a positive message or just a shout out or where we can find you. I mean,
Big up
online.
St. Thomas first of all.
Yeah.
Big up the Rasta man that continues to hold peace from that time till this time. Yeah, it's very important. Big up to all my friends. Big up to all of my family, and big up to all of the media. You know, I said on stage the other day when at the Chris Brown show that I would like to see Chris Brown come here at Mona, come to Mona and come to talk to the people that support you, because
Yeah.
many times these artists come to Jamaica and they just do them show, take our money and leave.
Yeah.
Would come and talk to our media, go to Hype TV, go to TVJ, CVM, go to make the rounds and say thank you. Thank you for supporting my music. So that's something that's very important to me that I want to say thank you. Thank you. This is my first time doing an interview with you. Thank you to the sound man and the DJs that continue to. But DJs, play some positive vibes. Keep it positive, because music is very influential. A lot of people like to say, boy, I'm not a role model and this and this.
Boy,
Actually,
man,
you are.
Once you have a couple followers like that,
Yeah, so I just want to
Exactly.
imply the DJs, them, and the music fraternity. Let's keep it fun, keep it sexy, keep it fashionable. There's nothing wrong with keeping it fun, but non-violent and don't disrespect people.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, so there you have it, folks.
Gramps,
The words
Gramps for Prime Minister.
of
Round the corner, don't worry.
it's in the works, people. I joke. But Elizabeth, thank you very much for passing. You want to say
Thank
big up
you.
to you, big up to Contractor Music and all the team that you have there doing
Yes.
a great work. As I
Thank
say, you round the world, I do it, and you come give a little,
Nah,
vibe in
look,
a
yeah.
yard.
Yes.
So
And
make you
tell
know
the
say-
kids of UA that Gramps Morgan is looking for them. Go and check out my album and follow me on social media at Gramps Morgan. I'd love to speak with some of the kids from UA and ask you guys, what are you doing? What are you into? What's the future? What's the 5-year plan?
We'll go work on that
So-
for you,
We
guys.
can
Link
arrange
me
that
up.
for you now.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna talk some more, people. So don't go anywhere. We're coming up to the 7 o'clock. Well, it's actually 7 o'clock right now. 1 minute after 7. As we're gonna go to the break. When we return, it's Talk the Thing with Kim. And we're gonna be talking to you about our breast cancer awareness segment as we focus on why early detection is important. All right,
like that.
Gramps Morgan, give us a
you.
little line before we go now.
A little line?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just follow me on Instagram.
I love it.
A little line with a little,
Gramps.com.
a little line with a little
give
melody.
everything. We can't give
Exactly.
everything.
All right, people.
Can't give
We-
everything.
we
I love
gonna-
it. We're going to start out the UA conversation.
Yeah,
doing
all
it.
the
Work
kids
that
at
out
you.
for
I love you guys. Stay focused in school. Get to class on time. You guys are the future. I love y'all.
You hear that, Jada?
Yes.
All right. Gramps just said that. You don't go around Gramps. All right.